said, welcome to Re-Energize Stretch. I'm Drew. Thanks for joining me. We're going to go ahead and get started with a couple of dynamic movements here. So I want to get into the upper body first. Go ahead and with one palm up, one palm down with those arms out to the side. So we're going to twist through the shoulders and the wrists right now. Feeling those shoulder blades gliding in the upper back. Some blood starting to flow to that upper body. Now let's face the palms forward. Give yourself a hug. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then start to go through that movement pattern here. It could be a controlled swing. Just make sure that controlled being the key word. Three, two, one. Now right into a shoulder complex stretch. So I'm going to pull this shoulder across with an arm across, but I'm stretching the outside of the shoulder here. Go ahead and hold. Try to keep the shoulder blade back and down so you're not shrugging up towards your ear on this one. And then release. Let's go to the other side. And you can release on that. Now going into some dynamic movement for the lower body. We're going to start with some lateral lunges. We're going to follow the pattern that I'll show you, stepping out to the side first. So I'm going to my left, lean, rock back to the middle, lean, step back to the middle. Now let's do that 2 more times. Lean and rock, lean and step. Once more. Doing that lengthening right there. Now let's go to the right side. Lean, rock, lean, and step. 2 more times. 1 more. All right. More dynamic movement for the lower body now. We're going to go into hamstring kicks. I got my right arm out, left leg coming up. Not worrying about touching the toe, how high that leg goes. Just go through your own range of motion. Three, 2, and 1. Excellent. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to lengthen out the hamstring. So we're going to go into one foot out in front. See, I'm on my heel, toe pointed up. I'm going to go ahead and push back. I can place the hands on this leg. Really want to try to extend this leg all the way through. And come up, switch legs, and push back. Up and switch. We'll do 1 more time on each side. Up and switch. All right, good job there. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go down onto our hands and onto our knees now. And we're going to be doing some pelvic tilting first. So in this position, in this quadruped position, I know this is really hard to see, but right now I'm arching the low back. And now I'm rounding the low back. And this is getting our hips moving right now. I want you to go through this very small movement. Arch and round the low back. Find both extreme ranges of motion here. Three, 2, 1. And now we're going to start to stretch out the hip flexor. So keep your left knee on the ground. Go up onto the right leg. So you can see right now, left knee down. I want you to squeeze your left glute. I'm getting a nice big stretch of this hip flexor. While I keep squeezing that, I'm going to reach and bend with my left arm. Reach and side bend. Relax that. We're going to do that one again. Squeeze the left glute. Reach and side bend. And stop. And now let's go ahead and put the right knee down. I'm gonna squeeze the right glute, feeling that stretch, and reach and bend with the right. And stop. And go. Squeeze, reach. All right, awesome job there. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna lie down on our stomach here. We do some press-ups to get some extension in the low back. So starting completely flat, you got a couple variations to do this. You can go up on your elbows, and I'm dropping my hips into the ground and my low back is getting extension. If you want this to be more aggressive, straighten the arms out and bring the hands closer to your body. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds, come down, and then repeat. Do these at your own tempo for me. 5 to 10 second hold and repeat. Definitely here an area with the low back. You want to be sensitive to it, so don't force any position that you cannot get into. In 3, 2, 1. I'm going to come back up onto the hands and knees. We're going to do a child's pose, so let's sink the hips back. Press the chest down towards the ground. Focus on that deep breathing right now, in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Three, 2, 1. Coming back up, and now we're going to stretch the forearms. So I'm going to turn those fingertips towards me. Right here, and you're going to lean back and hold, or you can lean back, release, and then you'll do kind of more of a rocking motion here for the wrists, forearms, all the way up to towards the bicep. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Turn the hands around here. We're going to do an adductor rock back. So that same area we were stretching on the lateral lunge, we're going to stretch now by placing the foot out right across from my hip, toe pointed forward. Ideally, that foot stays flat. Starting to push myself back and rock and get that big stretch right here. You can hold it for a couple seconds and then rock back forward. Three, 2, 1, and switch. Right into the other side for me. Three, 2, 1. All right, we got our last one on the ground here, and then we're going to stand up. We're going to do the Spider-Man lunge and rotation. So with this either being on your hands and knees, or you can go up into that high plank position, requiring a little bit more core and upper body support. Big step forward with my right. Right elbow drives to the ground. Right arm reaches and rotates. And then switching, we'll do 3 on each side. Step, drive, reach and rotate. Switch. 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 One last time. If you want to, you can go back to that plank position and walk all the way back into a pike until you're standing back up. Either way, we're all coming up off the ground right now. We're going to do a thoracic rotation next. This is for the mid back. And so with this, my hips need to try to point forward as much as I can. I don't want to just freely rotate them on this. Hands are up by your chin. I'm going to rotate to my right. Once I can't rotate anymore, reaching with the right arm actively behind me and looking at that right hand with my thumb, or my eyes, I'm sorry. And then bring the hands together. Rotate to the left and reach. That's once on each side. You got 2 more on each side. Back to the middle, into my left. Really try your best to keep those hips forward. 1 more on each side. Back to my left for the last time. All right, and we're gonna finish today. We're gonna let gravity do a little bit of work and fold our body in half as much as possible. If you're not comfortable with that, then you're doing just a toe touch. If you hear I'm keeping my spine long. If you're ready for it, down towards the ground as much as you can. Hold and relax those hamstrings. We're going to slowly start to come up, stacking those vertebrae on top of one another until they're nice upright. Then deep breath in. As we're going to reach up towards the ceiling, bring those fingertips, shrugging the shoulders up. Exhaling once we get to the top. And let's do it again. 1 more time here. Hold that body in half, lengthen out those hamstrings. Hold the bottom position. Go ahead and start that ascent here, stacking the vertebrae. Finding that deep breath in. Again, reaching with everything you got. Stretch those muscles through the rib cage. Exhale as you bring it down. And that is everything that I have for our Re-Energize stretch today. Thanks everybody for joining me. Have a great day.